Say It Loud is a piece that was created when I saw a video of my friend at one of the Akron marches trying to have a conversation with the police. He was calling out to the police to come and have a conversation with him, speaking about his fears, his concerns about his children's future and his own, as well as calling out police officers that he knew that were standing up there, and none of them budged to come and have a conversation with him. That left me feeling extremely helpless. And I knew I had a platform and a voice, and I wanted to do something. So I got together with Maya Nicholson, and together we created the piece, Say It Loud.
Doesn't do justice of how I was feeling. I was ready to clock out and head home when this white woman pulled up to my register.
To be a Negro in America and to be relatively conscious is to be enraged all the time. There are racists and bigots everywhere around the world. But I've never seen a more destructive social existence of racism worse than how it's demonstrated in America. Racism is taught, and fighting against oppression is a declaration. But with systems in place that were never meant to serve us, how do we serve ourselves?
We went out and we reached out to people on our Facebook pages, and our friends sent us to other friends and other family members, and collectively we interviewed over 600 Akronites. We took those stories and we wrote 12 pieces that we compiled all together. Then we didn't stop there, and we went into the different neighborhoods of Akron, such as Kenmore, Summit Lake, the University of Akron, and we spoke to the people and conducted town halls and asked them about their experiences of just living in Akron.
My workplace has started selling this book that celebrates Black excellence. I think it's awesome putting out the amazing things people of color have achieved. I can't cause a scene at my job, I could lose it. But she was wrong. What I wanted to tell her is that I had the fear that I would lose one, if not all, of my 3 boys before I myself go. We would all love to walk down Main Street, but I would love to walk down Main Street without having to put on my big girl pants and be in defense mode at all times. Here I am, living my best life, minding my own business. And suddenly I see a police officer pull up next to me. I stop, let out my earbuds, let out a sigh, and force a smile. Good evening. I recognize the officer who stopped me. He stopped me before. ID, he immediately states to me. You know who I am. I'm a student walking home, and I was left with my dignity and trash all over the ground. I quietly picked up my things and finished my walk home.
Say It Loud is not to end racism. It is not even to point out racism. It is simply a conversation starter. It is a conversation piece to say, wow, this happened here in my city, and wow, people are still seeing and living through these experiences. What can I do to make a difference? What can I do to be better?
I'm a Black man. My wife is ethnically ambiguous. And together we have the most beautiful multicultural children. Another very important job I do is to make sure I fill out that census, okay? As a multicultural household, I think it's very important to be represented, right? Just simply add numbers to the demographic gives political power, okay, to all people of color.
My best friend was this little white boy. We were together almost every day, not a care in the world. His stepdad looked like me, so I found a sense of comfort in that, you know? But all it took was for a white family to move into our neighborhood for him to find that same comfort in them. And our friendship was over.
And you know, as a single parent, it's all on me. I gotta make sure he's tough. I gotta make sure he can hold his own. I gotta make sure he's safe. Because let me tell you, if his perception of himself or the world ain't right, he's just gonna end up another little dude on the street fighting for the wrong type of attention, and I know because that was me. And I hear a knocking at the door. Now this is loud knocking too. I know that knocking, that's the cops.
I felt my eyes burn from the tears forming in my eyes. My friends are in the backseat worried about the fit I'm trying to keep myself from having. Because we know when the police officer approaches, he will only see a brown, hysteric woman. Is this really happening? I mean, you hear about this happening in other places but your own town.
Let's say it loud and get the conversation going.